If you must come to Canada on visit visa, then this video is for you because I'm going to tell you all you need to know to prepare you before you come to Canada on visit visa.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the fact that several people all over the world are trying to come to Canada, and because they are trying to come to Canada, the means in which they are trying to come with, it could be via this, it could be via the study route, or it could be by PR, but none of them is working out, and then they decide, okay, I will come with a visit visa. Brothers, sisters, if you must come to Canada on a visit visa, you should be very careful because there are lots of things at stake for you who is coming on visit visa. I'm not stopping you from coming on visit visa. I'm only making this video to prepare you so that you can know what to do when you arrive here on a visit visa. If you check the internet, if you check YouTube channels, lots of people are giving reasons why you should come to Canada on visit visa. Some people are coming to Canada because they are coming for just a visit, because they have a wedding, they have a party, they want to visit relatives, or it's a leisure holiday or vacation, while all others people will be coming to Canada because they are coming to get greener pastures by getting a better job, or they are coming for study. Okay, so if you have the intentions, okay, of coming into Canada not for the reasons that I mentioned, but to get a job only and to stay back, and you are coming with a visit visa, I'm not stopping you for coming back. I am not stopping you. No, you can go ahead and come, but you should be aware of the fact that some things are at stake. You should be wary of the things that would happen to you or that will befall you if you don't get prepared. Okay, so that's the reason why I am making these videos. I know you must have come across lots of videos, okay, on the internet and on the social media telling you you can come to Canada on a visit visa, and after some while you transit to work permit or through some other means and get a permanent stay. They might be telling you the truth, or they might be telling you lies, I can't tell, but please be careful and be wary because not all of these are truth, okay? And here in Canada, and I'll tell you how it is, okay? So let's start from the beginning, okay? So you want to come to Canada as a visit visa, and your intentions is to get a job, right? You're getting a job here in Canada with your visit visa, your chances are low. I am not praying for your chances to be low, but the reality is that your chances are low because there is a rule, or what I said, there's a policy here in Canada that people who are inside of Canada, be it people who are students or people who are on PR or people who are on open work permits or people who are citizens, should get a job first before an employer has the right to employ an outsider. Okay, so there are some people in here in Canada, there are some people that came to Canada 2 months ago, 3 months ago. They haven't gotten a job. They have their visas, they still haven't got a job. Okay, how much more you with an outsider coming out from outside? So it's not like you cannot get a job from a company. You can, but for a company to give you a job, that company must have a document called LEMA, which stands for Labor Market Impact Assessment. Okay, so these documents give the employers the right to employ people outside Canada after stating the fact that the people inside Canada are failed or are not qualified for the job. Okay, and then guess what? Not for free, but for a cost. So it means the company will go outside its way to get that letter, pay for it before they can employ you. So why would a company do that when they can recruit people internally without paying an extra cost to get people to work for them? So it means if you're getting a job, you have to look for a job that is willing to give you LEMA, and not all companies are willing to do that. Secondly, if miraculously, by luck or fortunate for you, you are able to get a job, okay, most of the jobs you get might be, I use the word might, there might be jobs that are found in the rural areas. Okay, Canada is very beautiful. Canada is a very big country, okay, so they have lots of cities. Some are very developed, and while some are not as developed as you think. Okay, so in these rural areas they might need much more people in there because these areas are not developed. Okay, so those are the kind of places you will get job. And moreover, if you get jobs in this place, these might be jobs that people wouldn't want to do, or job you would not want to do on the regular day, but because you're in a tight corner and you just need to get a job, so you end up doing this low paid job in a rural area. Another problem that you might be having if you don't plan strategically is that because you came on a visit visa and you cannot get a job instantly on arrival, it will affect you such that no job, no money, right? You need to feed, you need to clothe, you need shelter. Accommodation in Canada is not a joke. Like, whatever you're paying in your country for 1 year's rent is basically what some people are paying here for 1 month's rent. Okay, so you are coming to Canada on a visit visa. Accommodation is likely to be a problem if you don't plan it well, because you might need to stay in a sharing apartment, as getting your own apartment would be difficult because you might need a history. Okay, before you get your own apartment, the agency or issuing you the house would want to know where is the first house that you lived. They will need to call your old landlord to know if you took care of the property. They will ask you if you were working. If you say you were working, they will ask you for your pay stub. They will need a letter from your employer just to be sure that you're working. So if you tell them you want a visit visa, it's almost impossible for any property management to give you a house. So it means you are going to end up sharing a room in someone's apartment. Okay, and the least it will cost you is about 500, 600. That's basically like the minimum. So it's about 500 or 600 per month. So because I'm not stopping you from coming to Canada on a visit visa, you can come to Canada with a visit visa irrespective of the reasons why you were coming. But note, you need to plan, you need to strategize, because having watched this video and you know the consequences of you not planning ahead of your visit visa, it will affect you drastically. Okay, so I would advise that when you are coming to Canada, the first thing that you should do is come with enough money. Okay, if you're coming with a visit visa, come with enough money that will sustain you for at least for some time, so that this time it will be able to feed you, it can be able to pay for your accommodation, it can be able to pay for your transportation. So when you come to Canada for your transportation, you can, I think for students the bus card is $55 and for non-students is $68. So with that $68 you can go anywhere you want to go inside a particular province in Canada for the month. Okay, so you need to pay for your transportation. That does not mean we don't run Uber. Okay, so like in New Brunswick where I stay, we have the white cab and we have the air cab. Okay, so I think the shortest distance you can get is like $9. So if you are into taxis and Uber and stuff like that, just know that the minimum you pay for any trip is $9. And then if you want to save money, it's like $3 for every bus trip. And if you get the bus card for the month, it's quite cheaper for you. Okay, so you need money for lots of this. And then to feed yourself, you should need about $300 to feed yourself monthly. If you're coming alone, you might need to have a haircut. You might need to get some normal basic amenities that humans need. These are things that you cannot do without your toiletries and all of that. So please, it's very important that you come with money to last you for some time. Secondly, when you arrive in Canada, do not relax. Okay, if you know that your main intention of coming to Canada is to look for a job, go for the job. Start applying upon arrival. I know you want to go sightseeing. Okay, there is time for everything. You have enough time to go sightseeing. Okay, so take your time, start applying for jobs. There are lots of recruiters, they look for job for people. There are lots of job portals. We have the Job Bank, we have Careers, we have Indeed.com and many more. So go to these search portals, search for jobs and apply. Okay, apply. See if these jobs are jobs that requires LEMA or if they don't require LEMA. Keep applying, and guess what? When you are applying for these jobs, apply aggressively. Apply like I need to get it today. Don't say I applied yesterday, I'm not going to apply today. No, you keep applying. And even if a company calls you today, that doesn't stop you from applying today. Keep applying until the day you get an offer letter and you start working. This is the truth. Nobody will tell you this truth, but I'm telling you this. And then you also need money for other small things that might be needed. Maybe you might need to buy a SIM card. You might need to buy data. So thirdly, when you arrive into Canada, okay, if it's possible for you to get contact of someone inside the country that can help you out. When I say help you out, I mean someone that can help you get a shared apartment, because it will be very difficult for you to get your own apartment, okay? But if you know someone who can get an apartment for you before coming, then it's okay, so that when you arrive, you just move into your apartment. Otherwise, you can get a sharing room and stay in the sharing room pending when you can sort yourself out, and then you can get your own apartment. I already told you the cost of a shared room, right? The shared apartment costs about $500 to $600 monthly. And if you would want to go for a full apartment for 1 bedroom and 1 hall, a bedroom and a hall will cost you minimum of $1,100. Okay, so that's about the range. Another thing again that I would like to advise is, when you come into Canada, you see that very first job that you're gonna get. That very first job that you get will not be something attractive that you looked forward to. Yes, I know back home you were a lawyer. I know back home you were a journalist. I know back home you were a banker, right? You were a financial advisor and all of that. But when you get here, you see that first job that you get, go for it. It might be a low-paying job. It might be in the rural area. But guess what? You need to start from somewhere, because you might reject that job and it will be difficult for you to get another one, okay? So whatever job comes your way, even though you are more qualified for that job, please go for that job, start and have that Canadian experience, build up your CV, go for that job, start working, and things will move on from there. And finally, I wish you good luck and journey messes as you have a safe flight to Canada, and I'll see you in Canada. So if you like videos like this, kindly subscribe, like, and share the video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
But if I lay down